Okay. Everybody, it's time for the show. 2 count, we about that go. Best in the Midwest, and we up next. Go and ring the bell, rest, cause here we go. Comedy meets wrestling. Yeah, we doing our own thing. Squared circle and a microphone. 2 count on everything. Can you smell what we're cooking now? Other shows, they ain't got that style profile. And while we strut, arm raised with 2 fingers up. JR, Big Ace, Tommy 2, they something else. This show be dynamite. Next level, top shelf. I'm like, ah. Welcome to the show. 2 count. Welcome to the show.
Always a weird pause there when we ought to unmute ourselves. Right at the start of this, coming out of the intro.
Yeah, it's all
Hello,
weird.
everybody. Happy 2 Count Tuesday to everybody who's out here tonight. I myself am Top Shelf Tom Chillstrom. Right there is JR, and right there is Big Ace. We're all wearing green, and you see it right there.
You pointed to the wrong directions, but that's okay.
Yeah, well, whatever. Fuck it.
That's okay. Nobody.
For my screen, I pointed to the right ones. Whatever. Anyhow, we're all wearing green today because, as you see on JR's sweatshirt right there, that's a big thing for us up here in the upper Midwest. The Minnesota Wild, Game 5 tonight against the hated Dallas Stars.
Super hated.
Super hated.
People don't know why they're hated. They used to be the Minnesota North Stars,
and we fucking hate them. Sorry, it didn't even last 3 whole minutes before I swore. Sorry.
That's okay. We'll never
One
be
of these
monetized
days.
anyway.
One of these days.
But yet, that's one of the things we hate the North Star because and we don't hate them necessarily, but it wasn't their fault they moved. It was a fella named Norm Green who was a gigantic piece of shit. And moved them only for the money. So when you think about taking hockey out of one of the bastions of hockey, you got to think, man, what a moron, you know?
Absolutely. 100% moron.
If you're watching, pop in the chat. Tell us where you're watching from. We always love to see that business.
Or if you're looking forward to NXT, which, by the way, I don't know if you guys saw this. You see this news with NXT?
CW.
The CW has signed exclusive rights to all NXT premium live events.
This is where it airs on Tuesdays as well, right?
Correct. Yes, on the CW. So if you guys don't know what the CW is, good, because they have like 4 things that I would maybe ever watch.
But it's a free channel over the air.
So they were back. They were like big back in the day, weren't they?
Marshmallow.
Star Marshmallow, good to see you. What up to you as well?
Oh, yeah.
Here, bud.
Yeah, Tom, I saw that too. Yeah, so shout out to our APW family and like Iowa Wrestling. Richie Sells, the Morbid Angel, passed away. So a lot of people we know rode the roads with that guy. So very, very sad, sad things. So prayers, thoughts out to his family, his child, all that stuff. So hopefully,
yes, sir.
They get
terrible
through this
stuff.
time. Yeah,
but tis the world we live in. People come, people go, people pass away, people are born. So it is life. But also, Richie was a really cool dude. I got to meet him after he was done with wrestling.
Yeah, you actually probably called a show with him once, didn't you?
Yeah, a couple shows there with APW. Did the one of the Fort Dodge shows, I know for sure, because that's where he lived. Unfortunately for him, because Fort Dodge is miserable. But
you fucking hate Fort Dodge, and it's hilarious.
I know. I mean, I always say that I hate like Algona and Waterloo and some other places we go in Iowa, but Fort Dodge.
Yeah, Tom genuinely dislikes Fort Dodge.
The Dirty Dodge is by far one of the scummiest, most degrading places I've ever had to step foot in. So thankfully, every time when we leave after these shows, I get like oddly cleaned by just leaving a place. It's like, the filth is gone. I'm on the road back to civilization where people don't smell and reek of syphilis. Like it's
Wait
just
a minute. Wait a minute.
what
How do you know what that smells and reeks
I
like?
don't. But these people clearly look like they have it, so I just assume. And again, the smell is everywhere.
Let's tone down the rhetoric a little bit, okay?
Did you all pick up anything from the new secret layer? What do you mean? What are you talking about here? What are you talking about, Stella B? What secret layer? JR secret layer?
I don't have a secret layer.
His war room that he's there in right now?
Hey, no, for real though, are you watching the game on ESPN? And if so, do you have it in English? I'm just curious on why. Before it started, it showed ESPN2, and it showed ESPN Espanol. And then when it started, all of a sudden ESPN2 just fucking disappears off the ESPN app for me. And I only have the Spanish one. It's fucking hilarious. Ugh, fucking that stadium sucks. I've been in that.
I mean, I'm watching it through Hulu right now. So,
oh, you know what? I bet. Yeah, I probably need to be on my Hulu app to get the.
Is it on Hulu?
If you
have
all the
Hulu
shit
live and.
Well, I don't do Hulu live, but I get the.
Go Wild.
There it is.
Yes. There we go.
There it is.
Lou Yang, thank you so much. Thank you for the comments, everybody. By the way, yeah, that's how we keep building this channel and get to more eyes. Is if anybody comments, likes, or whatever, shares. Whether you're on YouTube, Twitch, or X, any kind of shares, any kind of comment always helps us out.
So I want to talk about this last weekend. I was down in Monroe, Iowa, which is always a pleasure. First of all, they had people actually selling concessions this time, which we've never had.
Let's go Demonic Dad. Look at this, Mr. Demonic Dad. I love it.
And everybody, make sure you share the link, share with the post, whatever it is you found us on too, so everybody knows. Hop on. We may not go long tonight, just so you know, because we're all pretty invested in this WoW game. You can get some live reactions as that game goes on, at least this first period or two. Anyways, they were selling cookies for $3. I shit you guys not. These things were fucking gigantic, like huge. Anyways, had the opportunity for the second time to have someone go through our ring announcer seminar that I do. And then they get to announce that show that we do that night, which was a lot of fun. Oddly enough, if you are pretty familiar with the Minnesota wrestling independent scene, if you're a first wrestling fan, you would know who this person is or have seen him in shows. And really weird, he actually used to live here in Rochester, and he's been to like our Madhouse shows. What up, brother?
Buddy?
And so shout out to our buddy Mark. You guys probably know if I showed you, or you might know who I'm talking about. I don't want to throw out his last name right now just because I just don't want to do that to him. But he came out, he partook in this course and had a great time with him. Did a great bang up job in the ring there, and we got to see some cool matches. Tell you what, Obadiah King, man, is that thing progressing? That whole just character, very good. Got to talk with our old pal Nerd D too. He wants to come back, y'all. I let him know. I was like, yo, we got people. I was like, I'm not asking you to come out. I'm just letting you know, though. Like, dude, people have been wondering where you've been at. And we were telling them the other week, like, yo, Tuesday night's date night for him and wifey, and we don't interrupt that. Like, that you got to respect that.
Need the personal time. Everybody needs a personal time.
And he was like, no, man, I got to get back, though. He's like, I got to come back. He's like, we just got to plan it out far. But he's still down to do a special. Y'all. This thing might, this could be a lot of fun. And we might have to do it behind a paid wall to really do it right. So just keep that in mind, y'all.
By the way, Louis Yang, you are right. We do need the championship.
Yeah,
we need a cup here in the
we do
hockey. A wild one.
Do.
I didn't mean to interrupt. I apologize.
But we're gonna pick like a classic pay-per-view. And we're gonna do a live watch along. The boys, Nerd D, maybe another guest or two. Probably up at that studios up there. And we're just gonna have a good old time.
Heck yeah.
So
love to hear it.
Yeah, so we got to get that. We're gonna get that cooking. So yeah.
Very cool. I mean, honestly, too, we have several people who we want to bring on. So we've actually have done special episodes before, different nights of the week too, just to fit some guests on. So we're going to be working on some of those guests, obviously too, as well, people. And obviously there is somebody who is still missing in action. Ye old wit of the Knee family.
Of the Knee family.
I mean, I don't know. I was trying to do some weird broken Matt Hardy shit. Whitney's not around. Life's been busy for her, so we're going to give her some time. Hopefully, in a couple weeks or whatever, we'll get her back in the rotation on the show here, because we do miss Whitney and we love having her around. So who hates the Dallas Stars? Everybody with a brain hates the Dallas Stars.
Fuck those guys.
I shouldn't say it like that, but we have just a personal vendetta because we are from Minnesota, where they want her up to be Lou Yang. So
I thought I read something today that it was an interview with Madonna, and he was saying that he's like, I mean, just it's a rough spot for me to be in.
Well,
like,
they have retired old number 9.
But he said he's like I think I gotta lean with Minnesota. He's like I'm hoping they get the win.
That's the whole thing. He came through and the North Stars were still in their greatness period. He was I believe a rookie of that last Stanley Cup run that they had, at least, to get to the cup. So
yeah, dude was in Mighty Ducks too. Like, that's iconic.
It really was. Yeah.
Fight me if you think I'm lying.
Wearing these bastard black jerseys.
You guys, I gotta get a new fucking fucking cam, because this thing's fucking pathetic. It's just pissing me off right now.
It did not refocus again at all.
No, it's a piece of shit.
Piece of shit camera.
Piece of shit camera.
No, but obviously, we love hockey. We love Minnesota as much as we possibly can. And
I used to work at the XL, y'all. I worked an entire fucking season. I was end goal that they shot on 2 periods, club level. I can't remember my exact section, but that was my home for a whole season as an usher. Dude, it was great. I got to know all the season ticket holders up there, and it was dude, it was cool, man. I got paid to watch the game. It's pretty fucking rad concerts too.
Yeah, Minnesota is due for a championship of some sort.
Let's not sell out the Lynx and the women's hockey team either, though. They are champs.
I mean, the Frosts, they're looking to go back to back Walter Cup champions. So, for real. Oh, God. Yeah. On God, I should say. Not oh, God. But yes, Christian, you're right, though. Yeah. 91 Twins was the last male team professionally to win a championship. Lynx have won 4 since then. And obviously, the Frost back-to-back PWHL Walter Cup champions.
I read something.
The crazy thing is, I didn't know this in the PWHL playoffs. The number 1 seed gets to pick what team they want to play.
Are you serious? That's fucking crazy.
The Montreal Victories are the number 1 seed, and they decided to pick the Minnesota Frost because they have been pretty successful against them this year. But when it comes playoff time, I don't know why you would pick the fucking Frost. So, I mean, good on them. Montreal, congratulations for sucking at life and picking the eventual winners. We're hoping, obviously. But, that's the thing. The PWHL added teams, too. So, yeah. See, there's a lot of people we know that weren't born last time. A Minnesota.
He's like, damn, I wasn't born yet. You and I were talking about, man, I remember when Puckett made the catch.
Dude,
when he made the hit.
That whole October was cold as fuck. It ended up culminating in that Halloween blizzard, man. So.
Oh, yeah. I actually was a Twins player for Halloween that year. I remember because when the fucking ice was coming down on Halloween down in Rochester, that I wore the batter helmet. Ding, ding, ding. And nobody else was out, bro. I made a bandit that year, dude.
Everybody just dumping bowls. You are the only kid.
Yeah, because my brother was, because my buddy came over from the south side town. My brother was like, fuck it, dude. I'll drive you guys around the fucking neighborhood and just hop out and hit a fucking line of houses, hop back in. We'll go to that. We did. We just spent 2 hours doing that. No one else was really out. So everybody was just here.
So, yeah, you might be our youngest viewer ever. Born in 2009.
Dang.
Wow.
That's incredible.
Welcome.
But you know what? Hey, yeah, welcome. We always appreciate everybody coming on out.
Here we go. Get it, yeah.
The Wild just see. This is what happened. We did the watch party for WrestleMania 2. The Wild just absolutely smoked the Stars that night. They won 6-1. So we're all kind of hoping the same thing is happening. If we're
back
all together, the Wild will score. Clint, everybody of Tag Team Photography,
what up, Clint?
Best, one of the most premier photographers in all the wrestling business, but the best in the Midwest.
Dude, you know it'd be great too because if they win this game, they come home, and if they could fucking wrap the series up at home,
you get it, Demonic Dad. Early enough, boys. Just pour it on, baby. Yeah, because if they win tonight and then come back Game 6, hopefully win at home, which we are hoping the Wolves can do the same thing, come back for Game 6.
Man, talk about we got to talk about it though, right? Like
adversities, baby.
Holy shit, did they do everything in the book to fucking try to spoil their chance? Oh, here we go. Are we gonna get a second shot? Oh.
I am in Minnesota, but it is a little. Honestly, we've had some pretty cool weather up here in Minnesota.
It's about 50. I got 53 outside, and I'm about an hour south of these boys. So
yeah, Lou Yang. But just to let you know, with my last name, a lot of people call me Chili too. So that's why the joke is funny to me. Is chilly in Minnesota? I am, but yes, it is still a little bit chilly. We got some cold wind today, actually.
But anyways, yeah, back to because they've lost Nasreed, they've lost Ant. They lost the other dude.
DiVincenzo ruptured Achilles. Ant's done for the series at least. Like a bone bruise and a strained ligament in the knee. No structural damage in the knee, just the bone bruise. But and then Naz Reid nursing injuries as well. So, but hey,
it's gonna be an uphill battle, but it's possible. They're still up a game, right? It's 3-2.
Yep, they just had to win one of the last two.
Caged or enraged?
Clint, I'll be there. I gotta make sure no one dies in these cages all night. All show, guys, for real. If you are in that area of Iowa, and even if you're not, and you're just looking to get out, have some fun. Delta, Iowa. I tell you what, it's crazy. You drive in, there's like nothing there. It's like some houses in a building. But man, is that like. It feels like old school independent wrestling when you go in that place. Like there's like class pictures from like the 30s up there still and shit. Like it's crazy.
45 in Northern Iowa. That doesn't surprise me. You're probably getting the same kind of cold ass wind down there too.
Yeah. Full cage show, boys. From start to end, every match in a cage, with that main event being CW's own Austin Bayless.
Christian will be there.
Hell yeah. Going against CW champ Rory Fox. So
Lou Yang, we did see that the ejections at 1.3 seconds left of the game 4.
They got fined too, didn't they?
Yeah, they got fined. No suspensions, which I actually really thought, like, listen, if the NBA is serious about actually disciplining these players, Joker just went after McDaniels right at the end of the game there. I get it, as far as the arrangement or enragement of Joker, but realistically, you don't just run after a player. He should have been suspended for at least one game, which would have made last night's game a completely different story. But as we've seen before, when it comes to the Denver Nuggets in the playoffs against the Wolves, players should be suspended and then never do. Remember Jamal Murray a few years ago threw an ice pack onto the floor? Almost could have hurt somebody doing that too. But no suspension because it's the playoffs, guys. You can't suspend guys in the playoffs. Bullshit.
Bullshit.
You act like a loser, you deserve to be kicked out like a loser, you know what
I mean? Oh, that was a horrible fucking pass. What are you doing? We should probably talk about it. It's that time of the year, boys. It's that time of the year. Post-Mania, cleaning the closet. We know it's coming every year. It happens every year. I don't have the list in front of me. We'll pull it up, I guess. But like the big surprise, I think, out of all the names.
Us too, Lou Yang. Yeah, we're still hoping the Wolves can get through to the next round just so we can see Ant again. Sorry, of all the names you're saying, what now?
Kairi Sane was like the most surprising one, but now it's kind of come out that wasn't so much a cut as like I guess she maybe was kind of indicating she wanted to move back to Japan. Which makes a lot more sense because she was like in the storyline, and we never got the final payoff of her, Asuka, and Io. So
I had also heard that she maybe did not put as much effort into learning English as they wanted her to.
oh God no, God
Well,
no.
and I'll say this though too, because she also has been technically this is the second or third cut she's had since coming over from Japan, which makes it very difficult to
Has it
really
really?
get going again. Well, definitely the second time she's been cut. I don't know if it's the third, but like I said, it really seems like she's the odd Japanese woman out, if you will, on this one, because they have never cut Asuka, and I don't think they ever cut Io Sky either. So, and of course, Julia is too new to cut. So,
Then you get the Wyatt Six, Uncle Howdy, Nikki Cross, Dexter Loomis, Eric Rowan, Joe Gacy.
yeah, all of them like a fell swoop, like just
Well, like, you got to think, like, Rowan was specifically brought in to do that whole stable. It's one of those things that I think, I don't know. Is it safe to say that I think some of the creative element is a little diminished ever since it became TKO? Because like what we were getting with the Wyatt and with Bray before the merger was like super like they let Bray go, and some of it not all of it landed. Most of it did, but not all of it.
Well,
and like the red light through all his matches and the fucking bugs on it. It's like no.
Some of
but they went with it, where now it's like they probably wouldn't even do that. They'd be like, no, not at all.
Yeah, some of the decisions that were made with Bray Wyatt matches towards the end of his career were atrocious. Like you said, that red match. I mean, hell, even his last match ever against LA Knight, the Mountain Dew blackout match.
Blacklight. Yeah,
and it's just black light all over the place and just shitty fucking optics. I'm like, my God, man, like, can we give this guy? I think I even said it during, I don't know if we were live streaming or not, but like I just said it afterwards. I go, can we give the guy just a match that makes fucking sense, that isn't riddled with fucking weird video graphics on the canvas like those bugs you mentioned, or like all red like.
But now here's the thing though, Tom. How do we know that's not what he fucking wanted?
I understand, but
and I'm with you, because I remember we went to that match that he had with Daniel Bryan.
Oh yeah,
and it was fucking terrible to watch in the stadium. It was horrible.
Well, so here's a question then too. Do you believe that there's certain guys who get over in their promos and in the gimmicks, but sometimes the matches don't deliver?
I mean, I don't know, but here's the deal though. When he was doing the original Wyatt gimmick, like he was all around good. Like the gimmick was good, the character was good. He was putting on quality matches.
I was saying once we're done here.
Honestly, I do kind of feel like towards the end, I think maybe some of that health shit was creeping in, and he wasn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I can see that. I want to get to this question though from Lou Yang, because I chuckle after it, because it's Lou. This is nothing against you. It's just more, we will find this absurd. Who better, Liv Morgan or Jade?
Jade does not belong in professional wrestling.
I mean, the looks wise, I would say they're on very much
power play.
I would say they're on even ground as far as the looks department. But
see, like
Liv Morgan has been trying her ass off to get way, way better in wrestling.
This is the one fucking thing the Wild can't be doing, is giving these power plays. This is where they get the fucking goals. Like, as long as we stay full strength, we're gonna beat Dallas.
JR, any thoughts about the Liv Morgan or Jade question here?
Yeah. If you follow Jade from AEW over to WWE, you know that they put that title on her at AEW, and just for whatever reason, Tony Khan did not want to take it off. It did not help her. And the reason it did not help her,
I told you.
Yep.
Is because Jade never really had to work, and she never really had to learn how to do things other than look good. I mean, she literally, when you watch her matches, it was like watching Goldberg, there's maybe 3 to 5 moves, and otherwise it's very clunky. And she's a little better, but not that much better. And we just all, I mean, everything that we've read and seen, Liu Yang, is that she really wants to be like John Cena and be a movie star, or like Batista and be a movie star, and not necessarily do the wrestling.
Mm-hmm. What up,
Like-
Tina? Good to have you here too. I guess.
It's a typical athletic mind, right? Like she couldn't make it in the WNBA or whatever the fuck she was doing, right? Because that's right. Am I right?
Yeah.
Wasn't she
Yeah,
a
she was a
WNBA
basketball player in college.
or college? What did she do not do the WNBA though? I thought someone said she did.
I don't know if she. I think she might have got drafted, but I don't think she stuck.
Okay. Either way,
Barely.
that didn't work out. So what's the next best thing? Well, I'm an athlete, so I can do wrestling, which that's a split down the middle on if it actually works out for those people, because half of the fucking college athletes or pro athletes who then end up turning to wrestling, half of them don't make it because then they can't hang. It's not the same.
Gable Steveson is a prime example of a guy who absolutely should have been fantastic in pro wrestling and just didn't get it.
Now signed to UFC.
Yeah, Christian's right here. Wyatt 6 was doomed for failure, in my opinion. Bray Wyatt, or without Wyatt, it can never live up to the expectations, and there's only so much you can do with a supernatural gimmick, and that's true.
Well,
And
really
by
good.
the way, Danhausen is now their supernatural gimmick.
But the other thing with all this is like you had one way to make the Wyatt 6 work. There was only, and it's not Uncle Howdy Bo Wyatt, because here's the deal: we only got a couple of appearances where they were together, like pretty quick after Uncle Howdy like made his like legit debut. Like that's when Bray disappeared. So we got them together once, twice, maybe on TV, where
Yeah.
to bring everything he had done before with that character back and really let it bleed in. The one thing you were supposed to fucking do with this, and it boggles my mind because she's still doing the gimmick, is you were supposed to bring Bliss back.
Yeah.
Because also his whole fucking all that shit really did fall apart when they didn't, when I don't remember who went out first, her or him, but when they came back and they were both there again and they didn't immediately get back to it, it killed it, because it sucked that it stopped how it did, but everyone wants to know what the fuck was supposed to happen after Mania, and clearly we finally realized he wasn't the higher power in that equation, which also now makes more sense because she was supposed to be the leader of the Wyatt 6 because she controlled the Fiend.
It's true.
And they never pulled the fucking trigger because her and Charlotte were having a good time again, even though she's still doing the gimmick.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we saw that WrestleMania. She came out as the Moth stuff. Yeah, Liu Yang, Danhausen cursed the referee. That was very, very funny. And yes, I mean, obviously, cursing people
Very
is
clever.
a supernatural thing. But Lou also has this question: Obafemi or Cody?
Man, I'll tell you what, I'm Obafemi today.
It's kind of a loaded question, though, right?
It is, but the reality is, like, when I look at it long term, I'm thinking, yeah, Cody's okay. The company likes Cody, and Cody likes the company. Oba's got to prove himself even more than he already has. But man, I'm a big Obafemi fan. I just love the whole thing. I love the strut. I mean, it's all, and he is so over. He's almost as over as Cody is.
Well, I think the bigger question would be Oba or Reigns. Cody is kind of the vet of this whole equation. Like, he is older than all of them. He's been around longer than all of them in the world of pro wrestling. So I think I don't think it's fair to compare these two, because I don't feel like Cody, like we see him on the downswing. He's not in his prime as far as in ring anymore. I think he would admit that as well. Maybe not. I don't know. But like, Reigns is still kind of up there as far
Yeah.
as what he can do in the ring. When we saw that, because you, like Tom said, yeah, whatever, Tom, he's taking a page from you. CM Punk hasn't been super stellar in WWE, and what we saw at Mania was probably the saving grace of that weekend, because it was okay, but there was nothing spectacular that happened though. Everything was kind of rushed.
Mhm.
And also I was watching some like people who were at Mania and like their videos on YouTube, and as much as I loved the fucking production of everything in Mania, take it down a notch, because that's half the reason these are matches are so short and there's so much time in between. Because they were showing them fixing the announcement booths. Apparently, the shit for Stephanie Vacure, it took forever to clean all that shit out of the ring and walkway. Like they're showing them weed with a fucking leaf blower, and then another guy in the ring's trying to sweep it out while they're just waiting. And it's like, and they were saying on the video, they're like, it's fucking taking forever.
And
So
all we
it's
had
like,
to deal with the boogeyman was worms.
Yeah. And my take on this too, Obafemi is very much over right now. Cody is still very over too, but we've been saying this for a while too, even towards the end of his AEW run. It's like you need to make him heel eventually. And I don't know if Oba's the guy, but Oba also coming out and saying that he wants to do a weekly challenge. Like that's great stuff, and that's good. That's easy storytelling right there. You just throw him anybody. Hey, I'm willing to give anybody a shot that's here, and all of a sudden you do Cena with Santana, right, or Santino Marella, right? You just pull a guy out of the crowd, make a star out of him, or whatever. I mean, yeah, and obviously Lou Yang, sorry, we did see Femi beat Brock Lesnar. That was a great short match, but.
And like I said, they already the seeds have already been planted for Oba and Reigns. I do think that's going to be. I think Brock is not retired. I do think that's happening at SummerSlam still. So that, and then I think Oba Reigns are going to be what headlines SummerSlam weekend here. Which, by the way, tickets are about to go on sale Friday for 2 days. And now you're seeing like the giveaways. I don't know if I've tagged you guys in each of them. Like, I'll take some free fucking tickets if they want to give them to me.
Yeah, you might have. I hadn't seen it yet, but yeah, and Christian, you're right here. Yeah, Oba, they need to pull that trigger soon. I think also too, if you do have him lined up along with Reigns in a matchup for that title at SummerSlam, I don't know if that will be change the hands, but it's definitely one that would make sense.
What do you consider
Reigns?
What do you consider pulling the trigger, though? Because I feel like having him beat Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania kind of was pulling the trigger. Like, it don't get bigger than that until he wins the title, which, again, at that post-show press conference, they planted the seeds. I'm pretty sure you're going to get Oba Reigns SummerSlam, and that's going to be the title match. And that'll probably be where he gets his title.
Yeah.
Wide speed dive Logan Paul.
Well, because Logan turned on him,
Logan was mean to him.
Yeah, I mean, that's all it really goes down to. But here's an interesting aspect too. Here, Lou Yang threw out Javon Evans or Obafemi. I'll be honest with you. For me, this is a
Trick Williams.
Well, this is a style difference, because Javon Evans is very bouncy, right? And Obafemi is just that big, bulky brute that can take out anybody. So it's just a style difference. And what is your favorite kind of style? And I've always been more of a fan of the guys who can do more technical stuff, not necessarily the high flyers. I still appreciate it because I can't ever do it. I always still liked the cruiserweights in WCW back in the day. I still liked any kind of luchador match because I think, again, I can't do it. It's great to watch, but I don't necessarily see a guy like Javon Evans being a top talent. I think he's a great mid-card title, U.S. Intercontinental, but I don't know if he'll ever win the big one. But he's also very young too, so.
Yeah, I mean, I think entertaining-wise, like who's going to entertain me more in a wrestling match? Yeah, I'm going to watch a Javon Evans match all day.
I don't know if you can give Femi just the IC or the U.S. because he's already very over, and he was NXT champion. I always find it very hard when you give a guy the NXT championship and then you don't allow them to get to the main roster and go towards the top. I mean, even like a guy like Ethan Page, even though you kind of backstepped him with the North American title, I believe still even former NXT champions should be pushed towards the top of their card when they make the main roster, just as another entity as a potential challenger. You know, look at all the success I had in NXT. Now when I'm coming up here, you know,
I definitely think Ethan Page is going to have a really good future as like he's going to be like a main heel for WWE.
Yeah.
Like he's going to have wheels with it too. Like yeah, man.
And a lot of what he did with that match where you want to call him Mero, Rusev came back out, was old school heel style, right? It's like, I'm gonna help. Yeah, nah, leave me alone. And I loved it. I absolutely loved it.
100%. And then, it was funny. We were talking about Ricky Saints about that with those pull-ups too. And that was another thing they were saying is like, now they're like, well, hang on a minute. You can't take Ricky. We still need a name on NXT. Like, so again, I think we're going to have to wait till like Rumble time to see him maybe get pulled up.
Which is probably for the best. Again, just leave some name down in NXT. I mean, it sounds like Joe Hendry will be there for a little bit too, but I mean, Joe Hendry's already over as well. So,
and then let's see who, Aleister Black, Zelina Vega were cut. Motor City Machine Guns were cut.
See that, like, my buddy Mike asked me about the Motor City Machine Guns. I said, well, listen, when the WWE does not give two flying Fs about the tag team division, they are brought in for a name recognition and a quick pop. And I love the Motor City Machine Guns, and they have done incredible stuff with their, run in TNA and some of the work they did with ROH. But it's just, it was more of a nostalgia run kind of thing. Obviously, they had friends in the back, guys like Chris Parker, the old Abyss, and the working relationship with TNA does not hurt them at all. So,
no, I
Sue probably fighting to get them there.
What'd you say?
Like a guy like AJ Styles probably was fighting to get them
100%.
there too,
I think they knew that too. I think coming in, they were like, hey, this is going to be limited, but like we're doing it so you guys can check it off that bucket list of like you've done everything. Yeah, I don't know. TNA said doors are always open to them. They are always a part of that family, so it looks like that's where they're headed back. I guess people are talking about AEW, but I guess there's already talk that AEW roster is like, yeah, no, they're not bringing them back here.
Well, and again, tag team wrestling, I think, has been on the decline for a while. Not only just WWE, but they have not been as featured in TNA or AEW in a long time. I mean, heck, look at the promotions we work for. I mean, there's tag matches, but it's not always featured outside of maybe a few groups here and there. So, yeah. Danhausen or Obafemi? I will take Danhausen. You are cursed. Well, yeah, that's a fair point there. And I apologize, by the way. I don't know if your first names or your name starts with an I or with an L. I'm going to go with Liu Yang just because everything else is in lowercase. But if it's not, I apologize. Jey Uso or Jimmy Uso? We have to go with Jey Uso just because if we don't, Whitney will find out our fourth host, and she'll beat the ever living crap out of us.
I do think he's a little bit more in shape too, though.
He is. A few less incidences, if you know what I mean. And then Penta or Jay, well, honestly, this one's tough because
I love Penta. I love Penta.
Yeah, I'd go Penta all day.
Yeah, I think it's a little easier to go Penta. Jay's had his time in the sun.
I'm an Uso fan, not so much.
Oh, thank God. All right, Liu Yang. All right, good. Whew. All right. Starts with L. Nice.
Like I was super happy that they're back together as a tag team. Like I enjoy them more as a tag team because honestly, they are going to be one of WWE's greatest tag teams ever. The Usos.
Yeah. Alex Wright or Spike Dudley?
Spike Dudley all day.
Right? No,
fucking
Alex
Wright
all day.
Spike Dudley would fucking knock the dance out of Alex Wright. What are you talking about? There was no fear in that man.
Fine. Not Alex Wright, but what if it was Berlin?
Nah, fuck him.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
When it's just becoming Spike Dudley. Here's the thing. We are all in the era of remembering the Monday Night Wars along with ECW in its in its heyday.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And Spike Dudley was literally the guy who would just do anything and
How he's
everything.
walking nowadays is insane.
He was Darby Allin before Darby Allin was even fucking born. So
Right.
Darby Allin wishes he could be Spike Dudley.
I mean, he's done some kind of Spike Dudley like shit, you know.
Like,
but-
go wow, who was it that literally threw him from inside the ring over the fucking fencing into the crowd at ECW? Jesus
Mike
Christ, clear the puck. Holy God.
Do you guys catch the Hogan Netflix docuseries? I have not.
No, not yet.
It's on the to do, but I've also have run into the scenario where I've got.
Oh, here we go.
Program.
Here we go. We're gonna get a power play, boys.
LA Knight or Sami Zayn?
Sami Zayn.
Yeah. I mean, I like LA Knight. I liked him when he was Eli Drake.
Yeah.
Back in the NWA days. I mean, but here's the thing. Sami Zayn is, I mean, to me, overall more talented, more entertaining. LA Knight, as much as I like him, as much as he's over, is kind of a one-trick pony.
And I think we're seeing that because they've had a few chances to really push him into that title.
I mean, honestly, LA Knight both these guys should have been pushed towards a world championship somewhere, at least to challenge for it more than Sami Zayn getting the opportunity in Saudi Arabia the one time, right? Like, they're both so likable by the fans that at this point, for them not to pull the trigger, they're never going to be world champions in WWE. Obviously, LA Knight, when he was Eli Drake, won the World's Heavyweight Championship in NWA, I believe, and then for sure was a TNA champion. Dan says, besides that all releases have a non-compete clause, I hear till July, and imagine WWE owns their names, so have to start over completely. Yeah, a lot of them might have their names owned.
Well, that's why they change most people's names when they come in, is so they can do that. I mean, that's usually how it goes, though. That's the norm of these cuts. Is there's always going to be that period of non-compete, and then you got to start fresh because WWE owns your fucking shit.
Well, we already know, like
Alba Fire. I kind of wish they kept her. I liked her.
Well, I like what they were doing with Chelsea Green, but I guess with
Zoe
Kirby
Stark.
See, I think they dropped the ball on Zoe Stark. I thought that was one.
Here's what's funny.
Towards a women's main title.
Apollo Crews was cut. I thought he was cut like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Again, that's a guy they've signed for whatever reason multiple times, signed him back. It just never worked. I'll be honest with you, man. Like I like his athleticism and his abilities, but I mean, honestly, and Lou Yang here says it right? If your favorite WWE player is Trick Williams, like.
That true.
Apollo just can't be Trick. Trick has always
he did
had more charisma, better.
Apollo tried just so many different things that it was just weird after a while.
You know, I see Apollo.
He had an accent, then he didn't have an accent, then he was doing that, then he was doing that, and it was just like, hey man, we let it slide with Kofi, we ain't letting it do it again. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Well, and that was the whole thing, like. Kofi was Jamaican, but he was actually from Ghana, and then Apollo is American, but then apparently Nigerian. Is like and then also what's even more weird is that his bodyguard was also supposed to be Nigerian, but would be the lightest skinned Nigerian I've ever seen, but also was actually technically Hispanic. I'm like, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? I don't know, man. It's just so weird. And again, I'm with you. I thought Apollo Crews.
How did that go?
Wrestle? Maybe was he on Speed? Was he going for the Speed Championship at any point?
Probably.
I don't remember.
Trick Williams or the Miz? Well, the Miz has had his day. And Miz will go down as an all timer.
Miz is a vet, so he can't compare.
Yeah.
But Miz is an all timer.
And the thing is, at this stage in Miz's career,
Wild scored 2-1.
Right. At this stage in the Miz's career, he is helping the newer talents develop, and what he does with Danhausen helps Danhausen get over, because the Miz is such a recognizable character in WWE for so many years, and to have Danhausen work with him elevates Danhausen very quickly.
And here's the deal: we all know Danhausen's debut was really fucking rocky, so it was touch or go on if that was if he was going to be like, was he going to be here in 6 months? At that time, we were like, the Miz is a really big reason why he's gotten over, and that's the thing. Miz can put fucking people over. What is this? Are they taking the goal
They're
away?
going to review the play further. You know, they're probably looking to see if it's goalie interference, but the reality was, if you guys aren't watching it live, like we are, Matt Boldy was knocked down. Oh, the rules analyst is going to say something stupid and crazy.
Oh, Dallas challenged it.
Yeah, so because Boldy's tripped up there.
I'm also convinced, guys. I'm very fucking convinced.
And he didn't kick it in, so it just came off his leg because
he fell over as he took the shot, and his stick was on the pet. Nah, that's not interference.
That's basically like an own goal if this was El Soccer or El Football. Sorry, El Soccer.
In fact, I think Homie's glove pushed it in, like the goalie glove. I'm almost positive the goalie's glove is what pushed it in. How's that interference if he was touching the puck and put it in?
Well, I think that's because he was knocked down in front of Onger, and maybe Onger couldn't move. Maybe what they're going to say. Miz is doing what Orton did for a few years. Eventually, he will get back to top. I don't know.
Maybe.
I think Miz is okay with being like they're helping other guys.
I think he'll get another title. Will it be heavyweight, WWE? Will it be another IC run? I don't know. But I think
he was chasing Chris Jericho's IC record for a while, so you never.
Hey, Santino had legs with that shit. Here we go. Go.
You sons of bitches. These sons of bitches. These officials. They hate Minnesota. All these motherfuckers.
Well, what I was just about to say is like, dude, even ESPN, like, they showed the tying goal like fucking 8 times. They showed the Wilds like twice, and then they just fucking Wild have been in the zone.
It's not on.
How is that interference?
Well, then, okay. How about this? A tripping call. This is an interesting one. Question, but that should be a tripping call then, because that's why Boldy was down. Was he was taking the trips? Should be 5-on-3 for the next 22 seconds.
All right. Well, at least we still got the fucking power. Well, I mean, 20 seconds of a power play. That's fucking.
And the period ends in 13. Jacob Fatu or Danhausen. These are fun, Lou. I appreciate you throwing these out here. This is a game.
I mean, for fun wise, Hausen, match wise. Well, but okay, Jacob Fatu probably match wise. But here's the deal: we all know Danhausen can legitimately run. Like the whole thing is that character came because he couldn't do what he was doing before because there was a million like him.
Yeah,
he was the fucking guy that could fly around the ring, fly off the ropes and shit. Mm-hmm. Danhausen can do that shit. We just don't see him doing it.
Yeah, like Danhausen and Orange Cassidy, right?
Yeah,
like they're kind of the same body type. They're skinnier dudes. They can fly around the ring, but you need to have something different, and those are where these gimmicks come from. Sorry, JR, I did not mean to interrupt.
No, that's fine. I was going to say Jacob Fatu is scary, and Danhausen is scary.
Hey, first of all, Danhausen is very nice and very evil.
I know.
That is where you get some of these issues. I don't know if you guys saw in our group chat, by the way, I did share a Sports Illustrated clip of Danhausen being interviewed that asked you which sports franchise is the most cursed, and he said the Lions, and that he should really just curse all of his, because he's originally from Detroit, and he should just curse all of the Detroit's enemies, which means the Vikings will never win again.
I don't know. Yeah, there you go. I don't know if you saw that Dan sent over Danhausen and Jericho in Danhausen paint from 2021.
He did it on the cruise.
Oh, is that where he did it?
Yeah.
I wasn't on the cruise.
Yeah, we weren't. That was the one we missed.
Best
the
viewer.
The year after that is when Tom came. Me, Devin, and Tom went. And then you came the year after.
Cosmopolitan's Sound MC DJX says best viewers. Y'all are the best viewers. We do appreciate everybody. Again, these questions from Lou Yang, and even Demonic Dad got in there with that Alex Ryder Spike Dudley one. We appreciate all this stuff. This is very fun. But yeah, to JR's point with this one, Jacob Fatu or Danhausen, again, 2 totally different styles. I appreciate both for what they're doing, but Jacob Fatu, honestly, with what that man can do, I would love to see a match down the road, Obafemi, Jacob Fatu. I think that would be a lot of fun to see. with how talented both of those guys are. Or how, Jacob Fatu, Trick Williams. I would love to see more of those kind of matchups, guys who come up from NXT. We didn't see Jacob Fatu down there, so it'd be nice to get some of those, but a Fatu Ethan Page match. Fuck yeah. Let me see that. A Fatu Rusev match. Hell yeah. They need to bring Aiden English back, though. If you have Rusev in WWE, you got to bring Aiden English back and just allow him to keep singing the Rusev Day. I love it, man. It's just never going to get old. It's one of the best things ever. Yeah, but that's also Solo. That's also Jimmy and Jay Uso's dad as well. So, and there's still Zilla to come through whenever that might be. Zilla Fatu, if you guys don't know. But also, if you guys want to hear a great story about Jacob Fatu making his debut, go hit up our good pal Justin Decent. What, broke his nose?
Oh yeah, that's
like
right.
Not decent to Fatu, but Fatu got an elbow up high or something like that. Caught Decent pretty good. Opened him up. Oh, Holly's son. Oh, okay. What the? I don't know, Dan.
Never mind that. He's telling you to forgive him, Tom.
I guess I forgive Dan.
Or the other.
He's
the other
not
guy
Haku's son. You are thinking Fatu is what? That's Tamatanga, Tangaloa, and Haiku Leu are Haku's sons. Don't fuck this up. Don't fuck this up, Dan. Okay. Don't fuck this up. The GOD guys and Haiku Leo are all Haku's sons. You're thinking of the wrong Polynesian family there. Just saying.
By the way, meeting Mr. Haku at Hall of Fame was so fun because he was as happy as a little kid.
I wish I still. Oh, I actually need to load that into our stuff every time we talk about Haku, because we at the signings that they have for the fans at the Hall of Fame weekend at Waterloo, Iowa, which will again be a part of this year. Haku went over to Jim Nord, the Barbarian, and grabbed his toy helmet and a sword and took photos with it. And it's one of the craziest photos because again, you're not thinking that Haku is going to necessarily step out of character that much because he's also still very deadly.
Yeah.
Like, he's still very much a killer. But it was still very fun to see. And what a pleasant guy. Like in person, if you're polite to him, obviously you treat him with respect because the man earns it because he has been in the business for so long. He's Tomhausen, whatever. Not with the last name Fatu. Whatever, Dan. Go search Google or whatever. But yeah, Haku, an absolute legend. You live in northern Minnesota. There we go, Lou Yang. Hell yeah. Northern Minnesota. What part of northern Minnesota? We always love to see where our viewers are from. Actually, northern Minnesota, we know some people who wrestle up that way quite frequently.
We know some people that do comedy shows up there.
I almost got with the debacle that was last weekend for me with comedy wise, right?
Yeah.
Mike Marvell sent out an email on Friday and about doing a possible double headliner with 2 features, just doing a little bit longer time up at Dublin on Saturday. Unfortunately, I did not get it. Apparently, Tiffany Norton got back to him about doing the headline spot. So, oh well. But yeah, I tried my best. Islanders, Tama. Okay, thank you. All right, now I get it. Did not know there's a Tama Fatu. Anyhow, thanks, Dan, for clarifying. Samoan SWAT team. Right. Anyhow, yeah, northern Minnesota. I like it up there. It's beautiful come summertime.
Moose Lake. Oh, yeah. They used to have one of the best bakeries in Moose Lake that you would go off. We did when I was a kid, anyway, we'd go up there to northern Minnesota and we'd stop at the Moose Lake Bakery,
Get yourself some donuts.
get some donuts, get some rolls. On the way home, typically, because we'd have to get up so frickin' early to leave. We used to go up to Lake Vermilion, by the way, Lu Yang, and drive on down, stop at the old Moose Lake there, eh? Gosh, those were the days. And now there's the Moose Lake Bakery isn't there anymore, I don't think, but the facility is. Oh, is it still there? I haven't been inside the town of Moose Lake in 10, 15 years.
10 decades, 100 years. Come on, JR. If I was going to rag you about your age at this point in the show, then when was I going to get to it?
I don't know.
It's an oldie but a goodie.
I don't know about that. Hey, by the way, you guys might not know this,
I don't.
but my penis was in the Guinness Book of World Records until the librarian told me to take it out.
Nice.
This is the worst joke I ever heard you tell.
No, it isn't. No.
Wait, hold on. Where's my cricket sound?
Believe me, it's not the worst.
Nope. Oh,
Just keep playing shit. You'll find it.
there it is. I got to label these fucking things on the soundboard.
That sounds like a squeaky wheel, not a cricket.
Hey, man, listen, I did not digitize the fucking sound for crickets, okay?
Why would you take a shit cricket noise like that and try to play it?
I honestly, it was still on the board. I actually have never loaded up any sounds onto the board yet, so
Amateur.
that's not that. In a book. What's with all these books?
In a book.
Take a look in a book. It's Reading Rainbow. Stupid. Mike, good to have you here, by the way. Mouse, everybody. Making his return to the ring, by the way. Mouse.
Yes.
Hall of Fame weekend.
I was going to say, how exciting to see that.
I'm looking forward to that one, too. I mean, Ugly is a great professional wrestler as well, but, if this ends up being like for the extreme.
So Evil, Io Sky's, I guess, husband.
Oh.
WWE just signed him, and he just debuted on NXT.
Oh, Evil, huh?
I guess not sure if that was his name before. Yeah, probably. Yeah, I don't know if that's going to be his name in WWE.
They're going to call him Liv. Liv.
Instead of Evil, it's just bad.
They're going to call him Knievel.
The bad guy. Oh, nope. Can't do that. Can't do that. People are going to get pissed.
They're going to call him Fievel.
Fievel, because he goes west?
Yes. That was fast. Very good.
I'm not an idiot.
Well,
I get most of your stupid jokes.
It's still debatable.
All right, whatever, dude. Whatever, dude. What was the Vikings' first pick of the NFL draft class? It was Caleb Banks out of Florida, defensive tackle. Quite the stat line as far as physicality and stuff. 6'6", 320. Moves like a cat when his foot's not bad. So hopefully that works out because we need some D tackles. But I don't know. Mel Kiper gave us a bad grade because the Vikings could have gone a lot lower with him. Probably could have gotten him in the second round, is what it sounds like. So maybe did a little bit of stretch on that one. But look who's here. Death Dealer.
Double D.
What up?
Good to have you here. We're sorry to hear about your former Stud Club stablemate, Richie Sells. R.I.P. Richie, or the Morbid Angel. So, but thanks for joining us, Death Dealer. Always good to have you here, buddy. Not to bring you down or anything like that, or the energy of the show, but You know,
Clearly, you did though.
kind of what I do. Sorry, our linemen suck on every game. Well, not every game, but could definitely use some help up front, and we did not get the same kind of help we should have from some of our Pro Bowl defensive linemen that we signed before the last couple seasons. So, oh well, experiments are done. We move on. That's how it goes. Speaking of experiments, Ace is still a Cowboys fan. How's that going for you?
Like I said, a pretty decent draft. Well, I don't know. Death Dealer, were you happy with it? He's a Cowboy guy.
I did see a clip. One of their scouts for the Cowboys got to call his son.
That was like a year or two ago.
Was that? No.
Yeah, that's old.
Saw it again.
That was what's his name? Deuce.
Yeah.
That was his dad, I think. Right, Dealer?
He does deserve a shout out. He had such a big heart. I always had fun.
Ouch.
Love the draft, he said, for the Cowboys. Now, Death Dealer, here's the thing. You've told us before that you were also a Browns fan. How do you feel about the Browns? Because Mel Kiper gave both of those teams A grades after the draft. How are the Browns looking for you, Death Dealer?
And we all get quiet waiting for the answer.
Deuce was a few years ago, yes. Sorry about that. I apologize. Jettas or JSN? Who's JSN? Is this should I know?
Jettas or JSN?
Jettas is obviously Jefferson.
Like a Volkswagen Jetta?
No, come on. The Jettas is like, like the jet kind of thing. Like you just called. It's part of the nickname. I don't know who JSN is though.
I don't know who either is. I don't know what you're talking about.
Justin Jefferson is Jettas, man.
Yeah, I'm not a Viking guy, so I pay no attention.
I know, but you should at least know Justin Jefferson.
I know him by his name, Justin Jefferson. That's it. I don't know no fucking nicknames.
I don't know much about KC, but people seem excited. It's hard keeping up with it with two kids. Oh, I see. I receive. Oh, Juju Smith or whatever. No, not JSN. Receiver KC. Are you talking? Oh, sorry. I thought you were Lou Yang there. I'm so confused. My comments. All these comments coming in. Intermission reports.
And you're barely drunk yet.
I'm not even drunk. I'm only drinking water. Guys, listen. I have decided. I'm not done drinking. That's absurd. But I am taking this week off. I got pretty well liquored up Saturday and Sunday. I think it was also because I was just kind of pissed off in general. Even starting last Wednesday, I got pretty liquored up at the golf course playing around. So
I don't know how you do that, man. I can't get drunk and play golf.
Also,
I'm
I'm
going to play like shit.
Well, so here's the thing. I've started to do it more often. So like,
you're getting used to it.
Yeah. But I was so pissed off when I found out about not having the show last weekend and how it went down. And I don't really care if the bookers see this and hear about it or whatever. I really don't give a fuck. Like,
no, that's bullshit.
It was disrespectful for me that I had to ask about it, first of all. And it's disrespectful for the beginning that, you gave me the wrong date. You said the Friday, not Saturday. So I ended up giving away my bar shift. So when the potential was there to make $400 if I would have worked at the bar in cash, and you lose on the booking.
And does he even feel bad? Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure he doesn't.
Like, it's such bullshit. Like I said, I don't know. Dude's never rubbed me the right way.
Well, I mean, realistically, he's never done me wrong, but also I've had so many like shit things with bookers and people who want to be bookers in comedy, and JR and I can run down a whole list of people who are, and I don't think this guy really falls into maybe some of those things on purpose, but on accident, when you start running foul of other comedians, it's still very unlikely that they will enjoy working with you again.
It's like wrestling, dude.
Happen, but what's that?
It's like wrestling. If you're a shit promoter, dude, no one's gonna work for you.
100%, man. It's very, very true.
And that's sad because that's just a blatant disrespect and disregard of your fucking time.
My time and my money. And I've always said, if you fuck with my money, then we're done. So
fuck with my money. Curse you like Danhausen.
Well, realistically, again, if I lose out on $400 in a weekend to, you know, potentially do your show and you mess up the dates, like I could have still made enough on that Friday to make up for what I was going to get paid for the show, and then to not have the show, you're fucking with my money, you know? So now you fucked me over both days on a weekend, and that's unacceptable. I got to draw the line somewhere, boys. So unless they're going to have me in as a headliner, which I know they'll never do, the money won't add up. So
No, I think I told you. They asked me, and I'm like, yeah, I'll do it in September, October. I'm not going anywhere near it in the fucking summer.
I'll be honest with you. Actually, I realized yesterday, like, I don't know why in the fuck I would ever take a booking in like late spring once it gets to be this or nicer all the way through summer. Like I'm never going to do it again.
I'll take them. I mean, it has to be an established place. It can't be some.
There you go.
You know, I mean, I know how that works down there when it was Goonies, and you know, you'd be lucky on some of those summer nights if you had 15 people, and I'm like, it isn't worth the effort. I mean, yeah, they want to have a show, but it's no fun for me.
Yeah, Louis Yang got back to us. Jackson Smith, the Jimba, the Seahawks. I'd still take Jetta. I think he's just a better overall receiver. I think this guy's had one good year, clearly, or a couple of good years, but you know, we'll see.
From everything you ever hear, Jefferson's an overall better teammate too.
That's what it sounds like. But anyhow, yeah, with all that stuff with last weekend stuff too, like I think that's also my thing too, is, you know, paid money in for taxes, paid for the golf trip. I had another event that I had to pay for and stuff. So it's like one of those ones where, like, when you start seeing too much money going out and not enough money coming back in that you're used to, like, so it hit like on a really bad weekend where I just, you know, could have used it. So I'll work my ass off the next few weekends, make as much money before the golf trip to the Lake of the Ozarks. And June's pretty wide open. You know, I may take that Saturday, go to the KPMG Women's PGA.
Hell yeah, can't wait.
End of June. So
it's gonna be a good day.
You're gonna try to find a date, Tom? You're gonna try to find a date at the ladies LPGA?
I would love to find a date at the ladies LPGA event.
You'd love a woman who golfed with you.
Hey, check this out. I don't know if you boys saw this. Summer WWE SummerSlam countdown kickoff. Get ready, Minnesota, to count down to SummerSlam starts here. Join us this Saturday, May 2nd at 1 p.m. at the Huntington Bank Rotunda of Mall America. WWE kicks off the road to SummerSlam 2026 at the U.S. Bank Stadium this August. Experience the energy of WWE Live with appearances from LA Knight, Maxine Dupree, hosted by Dana Weasel from 93X. Okay. The high energy fan event will feature live superstar appearances, giveaways, and prizes, and a chance to win SummerSlam tickets. Whether you're a lifelong member of the WWE Universe or just looking for an unforgettable Saturday, this is your chance to be a part of excitement at Minnesota Gears Up for the biggest event of the summer. Did not know that was happening, but if you want to check it out, y'all, there you go. Middle of America is the place to be. Honestly, I would maybe go to that if I had no shows this weekend, just to check it out. Plus, a chance to win free tickets.
You know, if I didn't have golf club and the bar this weekend, I'd swing down there. I know that actually you have been able to get tickets already. The pre-sale is only, I think, through WWE. A lot of people have already been able to get their tickets for SummerSlam. But it'd be a fun event to go to. But you know, also when they say Dana Weasel, I'm like, you mean Dana from the Half-Ass Morning Show? Because Weasel is no longer there and hasn't been. I don't think this guy would have.
Well, that's what I was. It literally said Dana Weasel. That's why I was wondering, because I thought Weasel was gone too from a long time ago. Come on, guys. You gotta put this fucker into that.
Exactly. By the way, we got to answer this one real quick. Sam Darnold or Caleb Williams?
Well, boy, that's a good one.
So here's my take. I will never, ever say that a Bears quarterback is good, because they have not had a good quarterback fucking ever. I mean, I know Jim McMahon got them to winning the Super Bowl, but that was a lot of the defense and Walter Payton right there. So
the one from USC.
Yeah, Caleb Williams will never, I think. I mean, but yeah, Which one from USC? They're both from USC.
Do you think Homeboy is going to deliver the number 1 draft pick this year, the quarterback from Indiana or whatever? What's his name?
For the Raiders, yeah, I think he has a lot of those skills that you need to be an NFL quarterback. So I believe that he, especially considering you're going to be playing for the Raiders, I still think the Raiders are going to be should be smart and try to make sure the kid sits. Fernando Mendoza, I think they should find a way of sitting him, let him learn, because the Raiders have also a terrible fucking track record at quarterback. Outside of Rich Gannon was their last good quarterback. This is a team that drafted Jamarcus Russell. Okay, so maybe just give your number 1 draft pick a little bit of fucking time. But I love Sam Darnold. As a redhead, I got to root for the redhead, Cardinals or Raiders, both can fall off the edge of the earth, and I don't think most of the NFL would give 2 flying fucks.
Raider Nation, baby.
Yeah, listen, the fan bases are livid when you would say something like that, but the Cardinals haven't been good since they made that run to the Super Bowl against the Steelers with Fitzgerald. And I think Kurt Warner's was the quarterback that year. And again, the Raiders are the Raiders. Yeah, they have Super Bowl championships, but they have not been good really since they left LA. They again had a couple runs in the playoffs. Rich Gannon, like I said, making it to whatever Super Bowl against the Buccaneers. So
I don't know if I ever told you this story. So me and Mark Poulos, folks, look him up if you want to look up a good comedian. He's got 2 dry bar comedy specials over millions and millions of views. Anyway, he and I are out in Laughlin, Nevada, working at one of the casinos. And on Sunday, we go to watch football at the sportsbook. And it's packed. And so if you get up, you lose your seat. Anyway, we're sitting, and he gets up to go get some Dunkin' because there's a Dunkin' Donut shop inside the casino. And I'm trying to fight people off from taking his seat. Anyway, anytime something happens in the Raiders game, there's a guy about 3 rows behind me that just goes, "The Raiders."
Oh.
That's all he said. It's
Like
just,
Chris
it's like, "The Raiders." And I'm like, what the? So, yeah.
The Vikings got Kyler Murray. He too short. He is too short. I don't necessarily like the pickup, but the money's right. The Cardinals are going to pay for the rest of his contract. He's getting a veteran minimum for the Vikings. The money's right. So it's really no risk to the Vikings.
Really? Motherfuckers.
I will say this about irritating fans. There was one time I went to Elsie's in Northeast Minneapolis, bowling alley with a pretty nice bar and restaurant. And it was a Saturday night, and it was the 49ers and the Packers on TV. And there is a guy who is just hammered not even at the bar, but in the bar area by one of the doors, him and his group. And he's a huge Packers fan. And every time the 49ers did anything good, he just yells out. And the guy happens to be gay, just yells out, the 49ers are so gay. I was like, okay, man, first of all, why? I mean, but he's just getting more and more loud. And of course, the 49ers just absolutely kicked the shit out of the Packers that game. And so he just kept saying it. And at one point I turned around, looked at it, I go, hey man, we're aware. Shut the fuck up, dude. It's too much, man. It's every good play from the 49ers, you're just going to yell out. I was like, I looked at the other guys at this table. I'm just like, can you not? Can you control him? Get him out of here? And they kind of gave me a look like, who are you? I'm just like, I'm just a guy who's also a patron here, but also, why are you yelling the 49ers are gay? What a weird, what? Yes, there we go, Lou Yang. Hell yes. Packers hater, bro, and a Cowboys hater. Absolutely.
This is our kind of people.
Yeah.
Lou Yang, you're our kind of people.
Yeah, Packers hate them. Cowboys hate them. fantastic. I mean, well, a couple of us hate the Cowboys. One doesn't.
Yeah, you guys can hate. I don't give a fuck. Just
Yeah.
jealous. Just jealous.
No, that's the whole thing. Like, I would have been jealous if this was maybe still the early 90s, but
You're just jealous that we got one and you ain't.
you got a few. And
Or we got a
as,
few to
as
your
we see with
zero.
most Minnesota sports, by the way, it's clearly rigged against us as
Oh my
Wild
God.
2-1. Yes, Dan, we actually Ace already mentioned that Evil made his NXT debut tonight.
Fucking just
Dan,
like,
what was his name, though?
What did they call him, Dan?
I don't think they get away with calling him Evil, especially when you have Danhausen saying that he's very nice, very evil.
next tag team champs right there, boys.
Ooh.
Evil and evil.
Just fucking get the puck. God, I hate this.
I always wish back in AEW they would have
Hey, God. Oh, you fucks. Sorry.
Britt Baker and Danhausen just to call it like
Would have made sense.
yeah,
Mhm.
like
Dentures.
the tooth duo or something like that, you know.
Bicuspids.
Well, you know, and when they work with the AAA has those mixed tag team championships.
Yeah.
So
Hell yeah, you do, and you doing it in a cage match.
yeah, who's Death Dealer going up against on Saturday in the
In a
Double
cage, motherfucker.
Bell? Caged or enraged, or caged and enraged? I think.
I'll see you there, my friend. I can't wait. I got to book my
Okay.
hotel because I am not driving home after that show. That's too long of a drive.
Where do you stay when you go down there?
I don't know. The last time I stayed at some place, I was like 20 minutes from Delta, and it was not good.
Well, don't we gotta go through like Waterloo through Delta on our way to Ottumwa?
Yeah, kind of.
I mean, that's how we went before.
Yeah, because when we went by Delta, then it was another like 20 miles to get to the interstate, I think, right?
Something like that.
I don't remember because I feel like when I went to Delta the last time, though, it took me past by like Iowa City and shit.
Maybe. How do
Maybe
we
not.
feel?
Where the fuck did I go today? That might have been the 4th of July show. Sorry.
Yeah.
How do we feel about all
Clinton,
cage-
Iowa? Does that feel like it's
Clinton, Iowa's, yeah, it's out of the way from going like to Wetumpka.
no? But like, is that near like Iowa City, like that direction?
Yeah, Clinton.
Okay, so
Clinton is a little,
that's
yeah,
because
Clinton's a
I
little
think
bit north of Quad Cities.
because we do the 4th of July show for CEW down in Clinton, I believe
Yeah.
is where we're doing that. That's a great day. If y'all want to, you're in that area, come hang out. They got like music at the park. We do a wrestling show. Then we go to the baseball game and fucking hang out, have some beers and dogs. It's a good time. Death Dealer, I know why it's an all cage show. I'm not going to say why on here, but I know why, and I get that. But yeah, it'll be interesting. I don't know if everybody booked on that knew that right away. that everyone's just going to be in a cage match. But hell yeah. Also, fuck, it's the Delta down, baby. Steel cage, asbestos falling from the ceiling. Like, it's fucking, let's go.
Skull indeed there, Liu Yang.
Gross. And I was talking
Yeah.
about the Vikings, not the asbestos. I could deal with that.
Oh, sorry. I evidently didn't say his name, but when someone said the translation of the symbol on the screen during his entrance is war, even though they
yeah,
shit with the War Raiders.
They showed the. Well, they're gonna probably get rid of those guys eventually too.
Probably.
Yeah, it does feel like fucking TNA lockdown. Hell yeah,
Lockdown. Yeah, all cages, all matches. I
I'm
would
not wearing my
women's.
suit Saturday. That's for sure.
Yeah, I would love to see more women's matches be fought in cages. By the way, too, I always thought that was a fun thing. You don't get to see it, right? Because there's just they're
You
too
got like a prison fetish or something?
no. I mean,
Oh,
look how
yeah.
good that St. Patrick's Day brawl
Prison
was
fetish?
between Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker. That was fucking great.
Yeah, you're right.
Elijah Burke is my favorite wrestler. Well, what is wrong with you?
I'll tell you what. We got 319 taking on Victor Payne and Mason Grayskull in the cage. We got Austin Bayless, Roy Fox in the cage.
Elijah Burke, though, he wasn't bad.
We got Kurt Gannon taking on Jared Thumb in a cage. We got Alejandro taking on the Death Dealer in a
Ace
cage.
does not live in Green Bay. He lives in Rochester.
We got Damian Saint taking on Ryan Slade in a cage. Might be Ryan Slade's last cage match, he said. And that's it. And then, of course, get your CW Bridge City Slam tickets. The New Age Outlaws,
October
Tony
3rd.
Atlas, Eric Young, Marty Jannetty, Heath Slater, and Iowa's own Maggie Lee.
Hooray for that. Yeah. Ottumwa, Iowa, October 3rd, man. We're going to.
That wasn't a trip.
We're planning on being there, at least a couple of us. We'll see. I don't know. Like, we know of another show that night too. So,
I'm there. I'm booked.
yeah.
I've already got a ring crew suit.
Yeah, I got one too. It's just literally sitting right here. So,
Put it on.
Just stare. Yeah,
Show
put
it
it on.
off.
Do it. Do it slow though.
Come on, man.
don't stare at me like that. You got a Twins ticket.
Oh, all right, lucky grab.
Yeah, they're doing all right.
I want to go to a
Yeah.
game this year. I don't really want to watch it. I just want to go and get some food. I
Yeah.
need my. We should hit Corbin up and be like, "Yo, let's go to a Twins game."
I would be down, but again, just I'm so busy with stuff, man, and maybe after July, like once we get done through like Waterloo weekend, maybe I'll have some time then.
Yeah. I feels boys. I don't want to be a party pooper, but like I kind of want.
I don't think you are. I was going to suggest the same thing.
Kind of
Well,
want to watch
I
the rest
haven't
of this game, and I haven't eaten either, and I'm hungry.
Yeah,
I
I had lunch today. Thank God.
So I had the beef jerky you guys saw me eating when we were pre-showing
Yeah.
it.
I barely made it for the pre-show. I got here like fucking 5 to show time, so that's how late I've worked today. So
Well,
that's what happens when we do this live, everybody. We don't always have the time to get some of these things in, so we're gonna end it early. JR, do the outro.
by the way, Liu Yang, you'll enjoy going to the Twins game. It's a blast, no matter where you sit. It really is.
And then again, Delta, if you're in that area, Delta, Iowa, Saturday, CEW, come see us. The Delta Dome.
All right, everybody. Have a good night. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back next week, 7 p.m. Central Daylight Savings Time. Bye-bye.